Titans Global. Let's go. Started with a vision, two voices in the mix. Max and Link together, building something that'll stick. Every episode we drop, yeah, we're reaching new heights. Titans Global on the map, burning bright every night. From the first recording session to the fans that tune in, we've been grinding every day, yeah, we're destined to win. Titans Global, that's the name, that's the brand, we the fans, speaking truth through the microphone, messages that we send. Titans Global, that's the movement. Titans Global, feel the power. Titans Global, we keep pushing. Titans Global, this our hour. Titans Global, Max and Link. Titans stronger than you think. Titans Global, that's the way. Titans Global, every single day.
What's up, Titans fans, and welcome to another episode Titans Global Podcast. I am your host, Maximus Titan Fan, and with me, as always, is my good buddy Link. What's up, bro?
What's going on, man? Good to be here. Good to be back. Actually got a little football last night, so that's a plus. That we are officially back. We are in preseason mode. If you're local to Tennessee, got to see a little bit of Hendon Hooker. Not the best performance through the one interception, but hey, we're back, and we love it. So, as always, make sure to like, subscribe, comment. We're going to get into some Titans tonight. A lot going on in the NFL world. We're finally getting some news breaking and stuff. So, yeah, like, subscribe, comment. Make sure you give us a share, and we'll get right into it.
Yeah, and if you did not notice, we have a special guest on our show. He's actually a repeat guest if you're a regular around here. It's Art from the Art Vigil Show, also Undefeated Live, the app. If you haven't got it, get it. It's fun. It's like Twitter with a twist. Sports Twitter.
With games where you can win real cash.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that is the other part of it. I'm trying to get a little bit more into it, to be honest with you. But yes, I agree. It's fun. Art, what's up, man? Tell us a little bit about yourself for the people who don't.
Wow. Let's see. Founder of Undefeated Live. As you mentioned, it's Twitter-like, but I like to call it the digital sports bar. You go over there. And Twitter, it's great. You can, there's all politics and blah, blah, blah all over that. Like, I just want sports, man. I want to talk sports. I want to win some money. I want to talk trash. So we do trivia now. So it's a full social sports app. So we're going to be launching a new leaderboard where every interaction you have with the app gets you points. So we have weekly contests, pick'em contests, trivia contests, as well as you can make your favorite sports take on the app, and everything counts for the prize. So we're excited. We're going to launch that probably about a week. We're also going to do a $1,000 season-long NFL pick'em contest. So download the app, play. It's free to play. It's not like the other ones. We have to ante up some money. It's just me and my investors' money. So you guys can take it if you want. I'm all good with it. Anyway, yeah, that's me.
Well, right on,
man.
And
I'm a Dolphin fan. You can't tell.
Yeah.
We welcome all kinds on this show. Hey, we don't discriminate. We welcome all kinds. So yeah, we'll let it slide.
That's right. So yeah, we're talking training camp mostly. It's week 2, so we got a little bit more into it. First thing I want to talk about is Cam Ward said the offense was quote unquote mid, which I thought was hilarious and honest too. And because of that, I think and he also said it all starts with him, so it was very humble in him saying that, but I think he's also trying to be real, and not give people unreal expectations like other people did. But anyway, I think that is a very leader thing to do. I don't know. I just thought it was a very good sign. I like a lot of the things that this dude is doing. Every time he does something else, I think, that's going to be my favorite thing. But no, he keeps doing other stuff, except when he screws up. But we'll talk about more of that later. You guys got any thoughts on that?
Yeah, no, I mean, I'll start. I think I think the offense has been mid just from what's came out. I think Cam Ward has been pretty mid, so I like his assessment there. There was an extra practice because the offense has been struggling. The interceptions have obviously been a little bit of an issue. I mean, a lot of that's learning curve. I mean, he's still a rookie. There's still going to be some adjustments he has to make to get used to NFL game speed and the reads and different defenses. So, yeah, I mean, I think there's definitely a learning curve, and I think he'll get there. But, yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, he's a rookie coming into the league. He comes from Miami, where, I'm sure the offense was a little bit different, even though Callahan basically said, they were going to try to make this Miami 2.0 and try to kind of fit things to him. But yeah, I think there's been some struggles. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Going to be really interesting to see how they do the preseason. Have you heard any word? Do they plan on playing him in the preseason games? Has that even been a discussion to this point yet?
No talk.
I would hope they would. But
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm in that same boat. I mean, I think, the more in-game experience he can get, the better he's going to be. I mean, that's shown up through, all of his different stops in college. And I think that holds true to the NFL. I think he at least needs to play. I mean, I'm going to go out on a limb. I mean, I'd like to see him play at least maybe 5 quarters throughout the preseason, total, which sounds like a lot. But, it's a rookie who struggled in training camp. And I think the best way to prepare him for the regular season is to get him as much experience as possible while still limiting the risk of injury.
I will say 5. Yeah, 5 quarters. Yeah, that's reasonable. I think that's a reasonable. Yeah, you do 1 in the first game, then 2 and 2. I think that's reasonable. I would like to see him in the first game. Damn it, Link, leave some leave some stuff to talk about next week, man, when we're doing the preview for the show.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. But again, I mean, that's a discussion that I'm ready to have, because I don't want to go into week 1 with a guy who struggled all through training camp and called the offense man. And granted, that's who Cam Ward is. I mean, the dude could come out and throw 50 touchdowns through 3 games and say that, there's still things I can do better. I mean, he's humble like that. That's just who Cam Ward is. He's never going to be good enough in his own mind. He's his biggest critic. He's always going to push himself to the next level. And I wouldn't be surprised, if you were a fly on the wall in the quarterback room leading up to this week 1 preseason game, Cam Ward's probably saying, hey, let me take the reins. Let me do a full game. I mean, that would not shock me at all, just because that's who he is.
Yeah, I agree. He probably is asking for that.
Is he the least most talked about first-round pick ever?
Oh, absolutely.
Is it ridiculous how he's not getting any respect? I mean, he was good in Washington. He was great in Miami. Number 1 pick, and it's like nobody knows anything. Like, it's annoying. All these talking head shows, they don't even talk about them at all.
Well, welcome to Nashville, brother. That's and I hate to say that. I really hate to say it, because I don't want to be that Titans fan who's like, we get no national recognition and we get no attention. But if there's ever been a better example, please tell me, because this is number 1 overall pick. This is a dude who showed up in Miami and kind of took over college football there for a minute. His draft stock rose and rose and rose, and it's like, hey, maybe this guy could be a number 1 overall pick, and then he gets drafted number 1 overall, and it just dies. The conversations just absolutely die. So, and I mean, that's just small market. I mean, if you're the Tennessee Titans, you get the new stadium, you make a push to the playoffs, maybe that changes, but realistically, it never has. I don't see it changing anytime soon.
Well, Mayonnaise Boy got a lot of hoopla. I remember I call him Mayonnaise Boy.
Fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He did the splits and he had a commercial. Didn't he have his own mayonnaise named after him or something? I mean, he got
Hellman
more.
signed a deal with him. Yeah.
He's got more love than Cam. I'm just like, what is going on?
Yeah, but at the same time, well, I think the Levis thing was the difference for me in Levis and Ward Ward's draft stock rose through the college football season. Will Levis
Right.
dropped, and nobody really knew why. So when he was still there in the second round and the Titans took him, like, that's a big story just because nobody thought he'd be there. And then he gets to
Right.
Tennessee. He kind of has that one little breakout game. He says he puts mayonnaise in his coffee. He gets a commercial, and then he turns into a meme. So it's almost like
Right.
the world was okay making fun of Levis, but they don't want to give Cam Ward the credit for what he did moving up in his draft stock. So I mean, it's it's a give and take, but I mean, I'm okay with it. I really could care less. I don't care if he's on ESPN. I don't care if he's on Good Morning Football. Just show up and play, and I'm good.
Right.
Well, look, man. I mean, the biggest proof of that is the Madden rating. I think you got a 72 overall Madden rating, which is one of the worst, or maybe the worst first overall
Yeah.
pick has got. And only one person in the first round had a lower score than he did.
Mhm.
So you're telling me
Really?
31 other kids in the first round were better than Cam Ward? Come on, man. It's obvious bias.
Well, and part of that, and this is me being fair. Part of that in my mind is Cam Ward is not your typical quarterback. He really doesn't fit into a specific mold. He's really not a scrambler. He's not an improviser. He's not a gunslinger. Like, he kind of just does his own thing. So when you look at the metrics, if you sit down and you write stuff on paper and you look at the metrics, like, nothing really stands out. He just finds a way to win. And there's not really a stat for that in Madden, if that makes sense. Like, he just finds a way to win. He runs around the field. He does his own thing. Sometimes it works. And I think we're learning now in the NFL, some things he did in college are not going to work. So I don't really give too much credence to the ratings. We'll see where he is in the first patch, in the first update.
The first patch. I love that. That's fantastic.
So
All right.
last time we
Yep.
chatted, I don't mean to interrupt.
No.
You guys were concerned about the offensive line. Did they address it?
Oh yeah, totally. Yeah, I think for me the offense. I mean, I think there's still maybe a little bit of question at center just because we don't know where Cush is at health wise. But I mean, they re-signed Corey Levin. If he has to come in and start week 1, that's not really going to concern me too much. But bringing in Zeitler, moving JC Latham to the right where he's more comfortable, I feel like you've shored up a lot of problems you had last year. But again, we've been through this for 2-3 years now, where it's like, okay, we feel better than we did last year, but we don't see a better product on the field. So I'm not going to go all out and say, hey, they've got one of the best offensive lines, but I feel like you plugged a lot of holes that you had from last year.
That's good because that's what you guys needed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's
Thank
good.
God, man.
That's good. We needed. I think we shored up ours as well, but we'll see.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you, man. Peter Skoronski has been playing on another level in training camp. He stood up one-on-one. He stood up Trevondre Sweat, which is, I imagine, a monumental task. That's like the immovable object. I messed it all up, but you know what I'm trying to say, dude. I'm really excited about Peter Skoronski. I am. Him and Latham, and Latham especially, in better shape on the right side. I think he's going to be an absolute monster. Yeah.
Yeah, if there's one guy on there that has to make a big jump for me, it is Skoronski. I mean, I feel like he took a little bit of a step back. And part of that was due to injury. He just didn't have as much playing time as we would expect him to last year. But coming into this year, like, he's got to be the dude. He's got to shore up that spot. He's got to prove himself as an NFL veteran at this point. Like, if there's one guy on that offensive line, I'm saying you need to prove it. You need to do your job. For me right now, that's Skoronski.
All right. I think he will. I honestly do. From everything I'm hearing coming out of training camp, he has, like I said, he's been playing on another level. So I'm excited about that. The real worry for me is Moore. I don't know if Moore is going to be able to hold up or not. And I'm really excited about Levin, to be honest. I think Levin's a great center. I think he's going to do just fine for us if Cush isn't quite ready to go when the season starts. But I don't know. We'll see how that works out. One more topic before we take our little breaky break and bring in Scoop. Trades. There's been a lot of trade talk around last 2 days, really more than that. But three different players have asked for a trade. It's Trey Hendrickson, which I'm not really interested in because he's a little old. And then we get Micah Parsons and Scary Terry. How much would you be willing to give up for one of those players?
I think for me, and this is going to sound kind of crazy because there's still a lot of questions at receiver, but if I'm putting together a wish list, I think Parsons would be 1A and Terry would be 1B, just for the simple fact that and this may just be my opinion, I think Micah Parsons is the type of dude who can come in and completely change a team. Like I feel like he's that talented. I feel like he can come in and take the reins of the defense. He automatically becomes your leader on a defense, in my opinion. I mean, that's me. And if you pair him with Cody Barton, if that's a pair, like that's a unit. Like I really believe that. So for me, Micah Parsons would be at the top of my list. I've tried to rattle around in my head like how you could make either one of those trades work, and I just can't. I can't see it. I mean, I think right now at the top for Parsons, it's going to be Eagles or Patriots, and then I actually think Miami would be that third team in the top three. Terry, I don't. He's already coming from one rookie quarterback last year. I don't know that he's prepared to join another team with another rookie quarterback. Like this is a dude who wants to chase championships. And I think Parsons is the same way. And I think that's the biggest thing that's going to kind of sway these types of players away from the Titans for maybe this year and next year. Like it's going to take some establishment from Cam Ward to show that, hey, I'm the franchise quarterback. I can lead us to a championship. Like it's going to take that these next 2 years to start getting some of these big names like the Parsons and like the Terry McLaurin.
No, I actually agree with that. I think I like the three teams, although I don't like the Patriots having them because I don't want two to have more concussions. I think he would fit really good with the Falcons.
Okay, interesting.
They have a defensive coordinator or defensive coach. Their offense, if Patrick seems to, I mean, they have Cousins to back up, but if he seems to be the quarterback that he played a couple of games, I think he only played 3-4 games last year. He looked pretty decent, but their defense needs a lot of help, and I think that would bolster that. I mean, that division is pretty poor anyway. Tampa Bay is probably the best team there. You got the Panthers. For Scary, oh God, I don't want him to go to New England either. This might sound like I'm bashing the Patriots, but don't like them.
Miami fan.
And I hate the Jets more. We've had this discussion in the past. But I can see him playing. I think the Ravens would be perfect. Trade Zay Flowers. That would be maybe a second round pick in Zay. That I think would be. I think the Broncos could use him. But if I'm the Commanders or the Redskins, whatever you want to call them, the football team, blah, 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 whatever, I get on my knees and say, hey, please, we're sorry, we'll pay you. Because they need, as great as Jaden Daniels was last year, he was really good. He's the number one, and they don't have a number one after. I mean, you can say whatever you want about the Niner wide receiver that they traded, the big goat. I mean, he's just so big now. He should play tight end. They need him on the team, or they're not going to do anything this year.
I actually agree with that a lot. Jaden Daniels relied on him a lot to be a receiver, so I think they really need to just pay the man.
Pay the man.
But yeah, just pay the man. Give him a bag. Micah Parsons, I would not be upset if the Titans traded for Micah Parsons.
Not at all. Well, I mean,
however, I do have to say that Micah Parsons is looking for a very hefty contract.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to remember, Jeffrey Simmons is going to need a contract
Mhm.
pretty soon. Peter Skoronsky, the guy that I mentioned, if he has a stellar season this year, he's probably going to need a contract pretty soon. You're looking at extensions of other players. Calvin Ridley, maybe. I don't know. I'm just saying it's going to hinder us being able to keep the people that have made the Titans the Titans. You know what I mean?
I
Or at least some of those people.
I think for me, Skoronsky, I'm not as worried about. I mean, you can fifth year option Skoronsky. That's not a big deal. He's an offensive lineman. But the Jeffrey Simmons thing is interesting because, again, if Cam Ward doesn't come in and just completely take over this offense, I don't know that Jeffrey Simmons wants to be here next year. You know what I'm saying? Like, for me, I think Jeffrey Simmons is at a point in his career where he knows he's kind of getting older. He's going to want to start ring chasing. I just feel, and I mean, look, this was a conversation we had this offseason before training camp even started, is like going back to the draft. Jeffrey Simmons was on a lot of trade blocks of people looking around saying, how can we get more picks? Jeffrey Simmons was an option there. So I think if you can bring in a guy like Micah Parsons, even if you lose a Jeffrey Simmons, I think, and don't hate me for this, Titans fans, but I think you can replace Jeffrey Simmons. Not saying he's easy to replace, but I think you can replace him easier than you can replace a Micah Parsons. I really believe that. And go ahead.
Well, let me ask you this then. They say I think a 1 1/3 is what they're talking about right now, which seems a little steep. But would you be willing to pay a trade of Jeffrey Simmons for Micah Parsons?
Yes, absolutely.
That was quick.
I mean, because look, you brought in Tavondre. Tavondre Sweat is supposed to be your Jeffrey Simmons.
I get it.
Is that not right? I mean, it's great to have both. It's absolutely great to have both. But let's say Tavondre Sweat, let's say he keeps on the same track that he showed last year. You really think you're going to be able to pay both of those guys and keep both of them 3 years down the road? It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. So if you can give me Tavondre Sweat and then bring a 26-year-old Micah Parsons, I mean, you've established your defense for the next 4 years. That's my opinion. So, and if Jeffrey Simmons isn't a piece to that puzzle, then so be it. So I'll give you Jeffrey Simmons, a second and a fourth, and give me Micah Parsons, and I'm good. And I'm good with that. I really am, because I truly believe he's an instant game changer. I really believe that.
And you have the quarterback on the rookie deal, so you're not paying the rookie quarterback anything. So
now's your chance. Now's your chance.
Yeah, see, that's a good point right there.
That's why I liked him going to the Falcons too. Granted, they're paying Cousins, but I think Cousins will be gone within the first 6 weeks. He'll be back in Minnesota. You can quote me on that, people.
Interesting. Okay.
All right.
And man, I'm just gonna throw it out there. I'm just gonna make my prediction. And Art, I really hate to do this to you, but they've got the salary room. They've got the pieces. I won't be surprised if both of these dudes we just talked about, Terry and Parsons, somehow find their way onto the Patriots.
Patriots or Buffalo. I think Parsons would be awesome in Buffalo.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, God, yeah.
Yeah.
Do they instantly become a Super Bowl favorite if you throw him on there?
Oh, absolutely.
I would think so, yeah.
I think so, too.
I think they're the number one team. Here, I don't mean to take things off the track, but in 2 weeks, I'm going to Tahoe.
Not make the playoffs.
Not going to make it. The Chargers are a better team. The Broncos.
Fans, Maximus Titan fan here. Are you in need of professional excavation services? Look no further. Red Zone Builders has the expertise, experience, and equipment to handle all or any excavation project, big or small. Whether you need land clearing, site preparation, trenching, foundation excavation, or any other excavation services, they have you covered. Their team of skilled professionals work diligently to ensure your project is completed safely, efficiently, and to your satisfaction. Trust the experts at Red Zone Builders to get the job done right.
Hey, Max, Link, Titans fans. Hope everybody had a great week. I had a pretty fun week. Got to go to 2 days of training camp. So my training camp was pretty exciting. There's a couple guys I want to talk about tonight. The first one is Roger McCreary. He has been really stepping up in camp and has been making some great plays. He looks so much cleaner this year in his route defending, and the way he's been jumping the ball in camp has been pretty on point. Also, Brownlee Jr. He's another one that's been doing very well in camp. Been route defending very well. Been watching Cam and making great plays on defense. I was worried about the cornerback position, but I'm starting not to anymore. This is one of my least worried about positions now. Also on the offensive side, DK, man, I'm telling you what, DK, Iowa Manor, they both have been looking really good. I'm excited about both of those guys. DK, really, man, he had a great play today at practice. He's just been making bigger plays and bigger plays every chance he gets, and I'm excited about him. I think he might be more than just a returner on the team. Cam, he came back from the 3-pick day. He had a pick 6 today, but he still looks like he's progressing pretty good, and we'll see how it goes. Like I tell everybody, it's just August, and we got a long ways to go. So, and Link, I'm telling you now, Skaronski's going to be all-pro this year. J.C. Latham is going to be a Pro Bowler this year. Those are my 2 picks. And besides that, Chiefs are not the third best team in that division. Until they lose, they are the best team in that division. And that's all I got for Scoop.
Dude, Scoop, thanks, man. That's freaking awesome. You
Well
want to
done.
keep going? Do you want to keep going? Yes, no?
Hey, bring.
All right,
I do
come
have
on.
a question for Scoop. Scoop,
Let's do it.
what's I don't want to play the slam cam game. You're there at training camp. What's going on with the intercept? Does Cody Barton just have his number? Is this a situation where Cam's not seeing the field? Are they? And part of this to me, not every interception, but I feel like Callahan is the type of coach to put Cam Ward, being the person that he is and the player that he is, you want to put him in situations where he's going to fail so that he can learn from those. So how much of it, like, is it just a mix of all of it? What do you see it like? Is there any concern with the interceptions?
They are putting that kid in the worst situations possible.
Okay.
The 3 practices that I went to, they were doing like 3rd and 12, 3rd and 10, 3rd and 9, red zone. They are making it so hard on him that I think they want him to do that. I think that's what they're wanting, to see how he reacts.
Yeah.
And he's been reacting pretty good. You know, the interview he had today was pretty good, talking about him getting up early because his dad does.
That was really good.
He's getting better.
Okay.
And I think that they're just making it so hard on him that when he does get in against these other teams, he's going to be able to see everything and be more prepared. I believe that for
and I feel like too, the reason I think that's at least part of the situation is you're coming from having Levis as your quarterback who got in these same situations and just folded like a lawn chair. Like had no idea what to do, starts laddering the ball. Just absolutely crazy stuff. So I think you put Cam Ward and I'm kind of just thinking of this as I'm talking, but I think you put Cam Ward in those situations to say, hey, this is what we did last year. This is what we don't want to do this year. So learn from this. That's kind of what I'm thinking. Now, I don't think every interception is that situation. I think there has been some. I think Cody Barton just sees them well.
Yeah. Callie said that today. Every pick was a different situation.
Yeah. And
he hasn't been making the same mistakes, and that's the biggest, except for he's been a little slow throwing over the middle just because I don't think he's still really prepared for the speed yet, for the linebackers and stuff. And I think that's what his biggest problem is for that, coming over the middle. But man, those deep post routes like that one he did with DK today, he's on point with those. He's been pretty good with those.
So he's
But-
week 1 starter. They're not going to go with Brandon Allen, let him.
No,
Easy
he's
game
week
for the
1
season?
starter. He's
Okay.
starting week 1, and from what I've been hearing, he's probably going to end up playing a quarter, maybe 2 quarters every preseason game,
I like
if not
that.
more.
Well, if
I
he's
like
going to be a
that.
starter, he better. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there might have been, of course, they do the whole thing where they say there's a competition. I think that was a situation with Levis initially where they were kind of just saying that to say there was a
Yeah.
competition, but then once he was done for the season,
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
think there's any question. I mean, this is your number 1 overall pick. I don't trust a guy like Brandon Allen or Boyle or whoever the crap's still in that building, but yeah, he's got to be your week 1.
But
He's gotta
Brandon
be ready to go.
Brandon Allen has been making some good plays in camp.
Cool, I
I'm
don't
not
care.
gonna lie. He's looking like a good backup.
Yeah,
Hey,
I mean
look,
that's great. I love that, but it's the same kind of like Mason Rudolph looked like a good backup.
Exactly.
So I don't care. So,
Yeah, I don't care about
Yeah.
backups either. I'm tired of talking about backups.
Yeah, I'm the same way, man. And exactly what you were saying though is the pressure. The pressure
Right.
they're putting on him. From what I hear, it's a lot of blitz packages and things. They're
Oh,
throwing
they're coming
basically the
at him,
kitchen
man.
sink at the
And-
kid.
because that's
They
what
gotta
other
put him
teams
in
are
there.
going to do. That's what
Oh,
other
yeah.
teams are
Exactly.
going to do.
And
I mean, they're
y'all are talking about Levens. Levens is kind of struggling, man. He's been struggling. He's
Really.
been getting beat a lot. They're on him too. So
well,
I
when
hope
you've
this is
got,
very-
I mean, yeah, but when you got Tavondre Sweat and Jeffrey Simmons
I know.
right in front of you, that's a tough
I mean,
ask
he's
for
gonna
a guy
have-
who,
he's going to have Vita Vea in front of him this weekend. I mean,
yeah,
it's going to
That's
be
a good point.
Yeah.
That's a
But
good point.
To the
And we
Michael
need our
Parsons
offensive
point
line
that y'all were
on
talking
point.
about earlier, I would definitely give a 1st and 3rd for Michael Parsons.
would you give
And we
Simmons?
live in a world now to where there's so much money. We can pay all them guys now, man.
Mhm.
We could have Jeffrey. We can have Parsons. We could have Sweat. We have there's money now, and it's going to go up again next year. There's going to be plenty of money to pay these guys. Parsons is the only one that I would go after. I don't want McCrary. I don't want Scary
McCoy?
Terry. He's old. We don't need any more old guys. I don't want anybody over. I mean, Micah Parsons is the only one I'd go after.
Jerry Jones is calling your phone right now. He says, "I want
hope
Jeffrey
so.
Simmons. I want I
No,
want
I'm
Jeff."
not giving him Jeffrey Simmons. He
You're
can have
not?
that 1st and 3rd,
Wow.
and that's
Okay.
it.
All right.
Hey
I'm not
man,
giving
Scoop,
up- I don't wanna
Scoop
give up
bleeds
Simmons.
blue, bro. He
1st and 3rd
bleeds
and 40
blue.
million.
Ugh.
Wow.
All right. Well,
Oh,
good insight, man. Heck yeah.
Yeah.
yeah,
you
I'm
breathe in
absolutely
that?
loving it.
Do what? I didn't hear you.
Can you breathe in that mask? That's awesome.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's got hot.
All
It's got
right. Where'd you
holes
get
in it.
that?
I had it custom made.
All right.
A friend of mine is a very good painter, and he custom painted it for me.
Heck
I
yeah.
designed the design, and he did the painting.
You
I
can
love
drop
it,
his
dude.
name. It's cool, man. I
love it.
like giving people shout outs.
Yeah, James Titan Oilers on Twitter. James is his name. He's Titan Oilers on Twitter. He does
There you
amazing
go.
paintings. He does amazing artwork. Max knows about him. He's got a lot of good stuff. He's pretty good guy.
Hey, yo, Art, we're gonna get you a dolphin just coming right out of the top of your head.
I
One
was
of
thinking the
that.
same thing.
Let's go.
I'll do that. I'll wear it.
Heck yeah,
That's
man.
fantastic.
Definitely wear that. So the over under
All
is what, 5.5 for the Titans this year?
Yeah.
Something
Yeah.
like that, yeah.
And
Who
look,
bets they go over or under?
I took the over last year on 6, and I said there is absolutely no way this team doesn't win 6 games. There's absolutely no way this team doesn't win 6 games.
I'm in the
And-
7 to 9 range. 7 to 9.
Give
7
me
is acceptable. 9 is yeah.
Right.
if I'm being realistic, and I'm going to a bookie right now, I really hate to say it, but I'm taking 5 wins. I'm taking
Right.
and I'm okay with that. I'm taking 5 or 6 wins, and I'm
5
okay with
wins
that
is going to
because
get Callahan fired.
I'm okay with that too.
I'm not
If
okay
that's
with
the
that.
if that's the situation, because if you win 5 games, now okay, I think there's a little bit more to that. You can't just say 5 games is cut off. It depends what Cam Ward looks like. If you go in and you win 5 games and Cam Ward establishes himself as a franchise quarterback, I think Callahan keeps his job. If you go in and win 5 games and you lose the rest because the offense isn't working, now you have a Callahan issue.
Right.
You
but
have-
is
you
Cam
have a
really
guy
doing
who-
good with 5 wins. That's not. Oof.
I think he gets a little bit of grace with a rookie quarterback. Now, however,
Right.
if Cam Ward doesn't show development and he shows regression the same way that Levis did, I think now you have a coaching problem. Now you have a culture
Right.
problem. So it depends how those 5 or 6 games work out to me.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
So
I
Tyler
feel like
Lockett
they got to
signed
double
up
their
for a
wins if he
5-win
wants to keep
season?
his job.
What was that, Art?
I said Tyler Lockett signed up for a 5-win season.
Mhm.
Did
Tyler
he get?
Lockett.
Did he get paid? I don't. I
$4
don't
million.
understand.
Yeah.
He didn't get nothing,
well,
man.
Well,
He got a 1
I'll
year,
take a
like
2-game
4
win.
point
I don't care.
something
Give
million
me
dollar
$2.
deal.
I mean, I would take $4 million to play.
Yeah,
Right.
but I don't know how many, and I'm not saying there were no options, but I don't know how many options he would have had as a number 2. Now, you
Right.
could bring him in as a number 3 and number 4 all day long, but
Right.
if Lockett wanted significant play time and he wanted a little bit of money, I mean, it made the most sense to come to the Titans. I mean, just because he's going to be here, at least he would expect to be a premier receiver in this offense.
Right.
I'll give you that.
And there's no income tax in Tennessee, right?
Nope.
No,
No
he's
state income
making
tax.
more money than he was in Washington. That's for
that's
Absolutely.
right.
Hey,
Absolutely.
so Dolphins got a wide receiver from you guys. It's 3 names. It's 3.
NWI.
Oh yeah,
Fifteen.
NWI.
Mhm.
NWI. Hey, bro.
Three,
Hey, he's
is
gonna
that
be
a good
available.
addition? Is he good?
He's gonna be available every week, and he's gonna
Mr. Reliable.
all he does is catch touchdowns. All he does is catch
All
touchdowns.
he does. What did he have?
That's-
So we're
9
talking
catches last
fantasy
year for
football,
8
we should-
touchdowns.
Draft him in
catches,
the
8
7th round. Is that what I just heard?
Yeah.
To me, NWI is a solid number 3 or number 4 for the life of his NFL career. Like, I
Oh,
don't
yeah.
think he's ever a number 2. He's never a number 1, but he's a guy who's going to be available every single week. He's going to lay it out on the field, and when you need him, he's going to be there. So
He's always where he's supposed to be, and he never lets you down.
And he's a big guy because we have Waddle and Tyreek. So we need a big wide receiver.
Mhm.
And
He's very
you,
tall.
You don't
Yep.
think so, but he is very good on the deep ball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was about
Surprisingly,
our
yeah.
only. He was really. I mean, let's be honest. He was basically our only deep threat because they had
Yeah.
Ridley covered up all year, and that
Yeah.
left NWI as basically your only deep threat, if we're being honest.
So,
So-
Max, I made a bet yesterday on FanDuel that I'm with Ridley 1,200 plus yards.
Ooh.
Dang.
I think
I-
that Kansas City not making the playoffs is a better bet than that.
Right.
I mean, I could
By the way,
I
heard
could
you
very
said
well
you
see it.
I was paying attention. Well done.
I do think that his second year in Callahan's system, he'll be a little bit better off. Plus, you
I mean,
know,
he got
you go back
1,000 with
to
Levi.
you go back to last year and you look at a lot of the incompleted throws to him. There are a lot of yards left out there, and he already
yeah.
got almost 1,100 yards. So I don't know. I think he could easily get 1,200 yards.
To me, Ridley's success is going to be based on how quickly these rookie receivers can step up.
That's a
If
good point.
you can get A.O. Manor on the outside and he can start taking some of that double coverage and
I'm
extra
telling you
pressure away
guys.
from Ridley and kind of open up that side of the field, I think Ridley can have a huge season. What I don't need to see, and I don't know, I haven't watched too much on Ridley in practice, but last year for a while, now he cleaned it up towards the end, but for a while the drops were an issue. There was a time where the drops were becoming a serious issue. If he can avoid that, and if some of these younger receivers can take some of the pressure off of him, I don't hate the bet. I like 1,000 a little bit more than I like 1,200, but we'll see.
I think the young receivers are gonna, even Oliver, man. I think all of our young receivers are doing very, very good right now. Very good.
Does Restrepo make the cut?
Nah. He's not gonna be on the team.
I hate that.
Nah.
Dang.
Mm.
And it ain't nothing against Restrepo. It's just there's too many guys that are above him and
Yeah.
he'll be on the practice squad. Now he might stay on the practice squad and be the next
Mason Kinsey? Nah, I'm good.
but I don't know if he'll be on the practice squad that long.
Mm.
Yeah,
But
I
I
hate
just
that.
don't see the only.
What
I
is
mean,
it?
He's not going to pass DK. He's not going to pass Eilemander. He's not going to pass Oliver. And if you go Ridley Lockett, that's already 5. Who's your 6th guy going to be? Van Jefferson.
Van
If
Jefferson,
they only
yeah.
keep 6 guys, that's it.
Yeah.
All the
Is
other
he good on
guys are
special
gone.
teams?
So
I don't know if he has the speed to be a special teams guy. I think he's more of those. I'm going to find other ways to get open. I'm not going to be a burner. I'm just going to have the
Right.
timing and be in the right place at the
and
right
like
time.
they
I
keep
don't
saying,
know
he's
if he's
only going
got
to
the
be in the
speed.
slot. So,
Yeah. I just don't know if he's got the speed to make an impact.
and that's
on special
DK
teams.
and Lockett's spot. So he's got to beat both of those guys out. And he ain't going to beat out DK. DK has been dynamite out there, buddy. I'm telling y'all what, everybody's been down on him. That kid has just been making play after making play after making play every day.
So while we're on the subject of pass catcher, who's your number 1 tight end right now?
Right now,
Yeah.
man, it's Helm and Chig are right there.
Oh no, I've
Helm
heard
is,
Chig looks
Helm
really
is
good.
caught up to Chig.
That's
I'm not
interesting.
lying. I mean, they're
Well-
right there. Chig will
Well-
probably be the starter, but I'm telling you what, it won't take long for him to be the starter. Because I think he's already right there level with Chig already.
So what's happened to Wiley? I mean, does anybody have an
He's been
opinion
making
on
plays.
Wiley?
He'll be on the team. We're
I
going
don't
to keep
know.
all 4 of our tight ends.
You can't.
I
You
don't think
can
so.
though. I just don't think you can keep 6 wide receivers and 4 tight ends. That's 10
Yeah.
roster spots for pass catchers. I
That's
just
what they're
don't.
saying is going to happen.
That's
Because I want them to keep 7 or 8 wide receivers, but they're not going to do that.
Mm.
So we'll see.
No, I think 3 tight ends is probably what we'll get. I mean,
mean,
we
you kept
might
4
put
last
another
year.
one on the
Well,
practice
you know, we
squad,
also have
but
that European kid that doesn't count on the. So he's going to be there too because he doesn't count on the roster. His roster spot doesn't count.
the Joku or whatever his name is.
Yeah, and he's actually been making some pretty good plays.
John Joku.
And that dude is a monster, man. That dude is massive. So
It's gonna be
I don't know.
interesting.
We'll see.
Roster cut's gonna be an interesting time because I mean
Yeah.
I thought last year was a little questionable how they kind of structured it with the 4. I think at one point they had 5
kept
wide receivers.
5.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think
So
they had 6 receivers and 5 tight ends.
yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
that's what I'm saying. Even that was a little questionable to me. I thought that
Yeah.
was kind of tight end heavy, especially for an offense that wants to throw the ball more. And then
right?
you keep tight ends who are essentially just in there to block. So I thought that was a little questionable last year. It'll be really interesting to see how they divvy up those rosters.
Yeah, and plus DMR, he's still playing very well too. So
Yeah.
I
I mean,
honestly
it's-
think last year the reason they kept so many tight ends was because the offensive line they saw
Was
in
so
camp
bad.
could not.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
That's
I think
true.
they were like,
Right.
we're gonna need some blockers.
That's true. Yeah.
exactly.
I don't think we have that big of a problem there this year.
Which-
The
No.
defensive lines look surprisingly well
Offensive
too.
line, defensive line, corner, them 3 spots. I'm not worried about no more.
Yeah,
So
Snead's
what's
still
your-
there too, right?
Go ahead,
Um,
Art. What was that?
Snead's still there, right?
Needs there, but he hasn't done
He did.
anything. He's on
Well,
the
since
bus
he
list
left Kansas
still.
City, yeah.
Yeah.
He rides a bike on the sideline most
Yeah.
practices.
Yeah,
That's about
you know,
as much action as we've got out of him for the
Oh wow.
huge contract he's got.
Yeah,
it's
I'm
pretty
starting
ridiculous.
to get the whole, I don't know, the bad vibes from that whole thing.
Mhm.
Another wasted money deal that the Titans should have probably never did.
Starting to feel like Julio Jones.
Yeah.
It would not shock me if Snead doesn't take another snap with this team. It
I
wouldn't
think
shock
he
me.
will.
It
but-
surprised me, but it wouldn't shock me.
Right.
Yeah.
And well, plus he still has all these legal things going on that nobody knows nothing about.
Well,
Yeah.
are we breaking news here on TMZ? What what's going on? He has legal issues.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
supposedly shot at somebody
Yeah.
in
Allegedly.
Dallas or something.
Allegedly.
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 Yeah.
Right. Okay. I
And
didn't
he's
hear
being sued by the person that he allegedly shot at, which
Yeah.
is weird
He
to
has-
me. If you
he
shoot
has
at somebody,
pending
you'd be in
federal
jail,
charges.
not getting sued.
Yeah, the whole
Huh, I
Snead
didn't know
thing's kind of a weird situation.
Yeah, the whole
I
thing is
just-
weird.
Yeah, and then you got Mama Sneed. It's all
Oh,
so
yeah.
weird. It's so
It's-
weird.
I
Oh,
just hope
yeah.
that he can be the guy he was in Kansas City, but I don't know if that's ever going to happen again or not.
No, I don't think so. I mean,
Well,
I'll be real with you. I don't have a lot of hope for it.
Look, I mean, I don't know L'Jarius Sneed as a person. I wish I did, but I don't. But you come from the culture of Kansas City where it's like you just win championships and everybody caters to you and you can practice when you want. And, my ankle hurts today. So and then you get here and it's just different. And I think it was just a big culture shock for Sneed.
Yep.
Coming
Right.
from a place like Kansas City to a place like Tennessee. I don't know if he really factored that in when that deal happened, but I don't know. I'm kind of over it at this point. Like, to me, it's just a distraction. It's when he's on the sideline riding a bicycle and you've got players like McCrary who are out there working their ass off. Like, at some point,
Man, I'm telling you
at
what.
some point that's going to come to a head. And I just think at this point it's more of a distraction than anything else. So, and again, like you said, Scuba, I think even without Sneed, I'm pretty happy with the quarterback situation.
Even
I'm
Judy
okay with
Lally,
the
man.
secondary.
Judy Lolly's been out there making plays. I mean,
Yeah.
all of our young corners have been doing their job.
Yeah, I mean, you went all last year without Sneed. Like, I'm kind of at the point where I'm just used to it. So, like, I'm
Right.
okay with this defense without Sneed in it. That's
And
kind
y'all
of where
know
I'm
me,
at.
I'm all about the young guys right now. I'm all about the young guys. Let the young guys play.
Mm-hmm.
Same. I want to see the
They're a lot
youth movement.
cheaper.
I mean, we're not going to win a championship this year unless some crazy miracle happens. So let
Cam
the young
Ward said
guys
they
learn
are.
together and play together.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I agree. I think and look, that's why, just to tie it back to like the Parsons thing, I think that's why these deals would be so important if you could get them done, because
Oh, man.
like that is the definition. Like, that's what you want in a rebuild, is to bring in young, proven players who have a good track record, who can come in and take over. Like that is like Micah Parsons would be your rebuild. That would be part of your
man.
rebuild on
He
defense.
would put us in
Right.
contendership for winning the division. Just
Yeah.
bring him in.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
Man, the
Yeah.
pressure and the way he attacks offenses, I mean, we get the ball back so many more times. Just thinking about him being on our team would be insane.
I mean, crazy
No,
things
I
have
agree
happened.
with you, man.
Yeah.
Because our secondary is actually pretty good, even without Snead.
Yeah.
We were just
The
talking about that.
linebackers have been
And
stepping
if you
up.
got a good back end and a pressure up front, that is a pretty good defense. Vrabel
Yeah.
proved that
Williams
over a
Sr.
long
has been
period
playing
of time.
really good. James Williams has been playing really good too.
I'm
But to
excited
me,
about him.
that's what you're still missing. My biggest concern right now is pass rush. That's my biggest
Yeah.
That's
concern.
what I'm saying. If we got
Even-
Parsons,
even-
Yeah.
Yeah,
if
even
Parsons
Simmons
came
and
and we had
Sweat.
Sweat and Big Jeff. Woo.
Yeah, but even Sweat and Simmons, they found ways to get pressure last year, but
Mhm.
struggled actually getting to the quarterback. I think if you could get that linebacker who has that quarterback pressure, who has the speed, who
Right.
has the ability to be in the backfield in the snap of a finger, like that's what takes your defense over the top. If you've
Right.
got the middle stopped up, if you can stop the run game and have those big bodies and then still get that pressure on the quarterback like a guy like Parsons can do, I think that's when you're in a
Oh,
really
yeah.
good situation.
And they've
But-
been lining Simmons up on the edge too in practice, man. They've
They
been moving
should.
him all over.
And they should,
He's-
because you're
he's,
gonna have to be diverse, because you don't
Yeah.
have that. This is our edge rusher. You don't have that guy who it's like that, like Landry was 3 years ago. You don't
That's what they're
have that.
hoping Finney's going to be.
Yep.
Yeah, well,
We'll
hope
see.
in one hand and never
Right.
mind. Hope in one hand.
Right.
I will say this. Everything I'm hearing, Femi is already good at shutting down the run.
He's on track.
But I've heard that he's ahead of schedule
He's on track. Yeah.
on the pass rush, according
Yeah.
to Brian Callahan.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see. I'm excited about the young defense. What they say, we were like the 5th youngest team in the league. I think the
we
average
had
age is
the
27
highest
or
turnover.
something.
The
26 or
highest roster
27?
turnover in the entire NFL. And I
Right.
think
Which
it'll be
you were
even
the
a
worst
higher
team in
percent
football.
by
You
the
should
time.
have.
Right.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
But we
Yeah,
didn't
I
number one
do
pick.
that just because we're the worst team. That's my point. If at least we're not sitting here trying the same damn thing again like the Browns. At
Right.
least we're like, all right, that didn't work, so let's try something else here.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But no, I agree. Hey, how about Sanders going like what 6 for 6 and what was no, it was more than that. What Sanders went like 12 for 12 and 3 touchdowns and I don't know. I don't want to get
Well,
too off
you know.
topic. But dude, apparently Shadur's out there showing out at Browns camp.
Hey man, he's a good quarterback.
Yeah.
He's
Well,
a good
30,
quarterback.
32 teams would disagree with you there, but
Right, exactly.
And I think a lot
Actually,
of that
it's like
has to do,
32 times
Right.
4 plus
Yeah.
20. I mean,
but I
that's
think a lot of that
lot.
has to do with everything else besides his football play. A lot of that.
yeah.
I think it's
Who'd you
about
rather
half and
have,
half.
Cam or Shadur?
Say who? What was that?
What?
Who'd you rather have, Cam or Shadur?
Okay.
Oh wait,
all day.
come on,
Yeah.
man. Yeah, we got
I
our
just wanna make
quarterback.
sure we're on
here.
the same page, all right?
Yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah.
still
No.
think
At the
Cam.
very beginning, I was kind of more on the Shador side because I seen all the turnovers and I seen all the bad stuff from Cam, and I was nervous of that because Shador wasn't doing all that. Cam was, you know.
Yeah,
But
but he played
after
him
watching
enough, yeah.
Cam and seeing everything, yeah, I'm glad we got Cam.
I think Shadur could have had more early success, but I think long term, just the type of person and the type of player and the type of mindset, I think long term Cam is the better option.
Yeah.
If you
Agreed.
can develop him, if you can
I agree.
develop him,
I
if
agree
you
with
can
that.
develop.
Yep. Yeah, and
That's
I
the
think he
biggest thing.
actually fits what Callahan wants to do as well.
And
You
have
know,
y'all
I mean,
noticed
he's
the smile on Callie's face at every press conference? Have y'all noticed that grin that he's had? He didn't
it's
have
very
that at
different from
all
his
last
first
year.
year. Yeah.
I mean, how could you? How well, to be fair, he did have that grin this same time last year. By
Well-
week three, the grin had disappeared. But
Right.
I think
That's for sure, yeah.
Callahan is much happier
Oh
with
yeah.
with what he's got in Cam than what he had in Levis because Levis
yeah.
is just so up and down. I mean, the dude's football bipolar. I mean, literally, he is football bipolar. So I think Cam coming in, bringing the exact opposite of that, bringing in the level-headedness, the ability to just
Right.
move past and move on to the next play. I think that's much better for a coach. I think that's a lot less stressful for a coach.
Exactly.
But again, and I'm gonna hark on this the next few shows that we do. But for me, Callahan has to prove more than anybody on this roster. He has to prove more as a coach than anybody has to prove as a player, more than Cam has to prove as a rookie, because you have to show me you can develop, because you've had these great quarterbacks come through that you've worked with, the Peyton Mannings, the Derek Carrs, that, you have this resume of all these quarterbacks, but who have you developed? You know what I'm saying? These guys came
Right.
to you good. They came to you good. Even Joe Burrow was miles ahead of every other quarterback in that draft class. So
Oh, yeah.
can you take something like Cam Ward and mold him into what you want him to be? And for me, you've got one season to figure that out. You have to see something spark quick.
I think we
don't
will.
disagree with that.
This is his second season, right?
First.
Yes.
No. Cam?
Oh, you're talking about
no.
Cam or
Callahan.
Coach?
Callahan, yeah, it's a second.
Yeah.
Yeah,
second
it's the second.
season,
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
He's got to have at least 3 years.
Well, you'll have a new coach next year. You'll have a new coach next year, and then you'll have a new GM after that, and then that
Right.
GM will bring
I
in a
don't
head
think our
coach.
GM's
And then
going
about that
anywhere.
point, you'll have a new rookie quarterback who will
I
bring in a
think,
new head coach. You'll bring in a
I
new
think
GM.
we're gonna have our GM for a long time. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think our GM's going anywhere.
Look, I'll
Well-
say this. Let me end with this. Let me say this. We have noted that Cam Ward has made some mistakes in training camp, but we've also noted how hard of a worker he is. Getting up at 5:30 or getting at the facility at 5:30 in the morning, talking about, his dad and trying to take an example of him and how hard he worked to build himself, and he's gonna, good things come to those who work. He said, I think was exactly. his
Yeah,
words.
exactly.
So for me, I'll be honest with you, even if he struggles this year, I'm not going to jump off the Cam Ward train.
No.
Now I'll be honest with you.
I'll jump off the Callahan
dumb
train.
shit like Levis did, last year. Then yeah, maybe. But no, as long as he's playing, level-headed football and making honest mistakes and
not the same mistakes.
not the same mistakes over and over again,
Right.
then I'm cool with it, man. It's a learning process, and I believe that the kid has proven himself to only get better and better and better. At the higher stage he goes, he just elevates himself to get that much better to be able to play at that level. So I have all the faith in the world that Cam can get us there. It's right now
It's
it's
baby
about
steps, man.
the rest of the team.
Baby steps.
And that's why, for me, like if you look at Cam as he progressed through college, through the different years, he elevated his game, but you also elevated the coaching staffs. So can you show me an elevation from Miami to a professional Tennessee Titans team? And again, I hate to keep going at this guy, but can Callahan turn that into something? That's why if Ward struggles this year, I'm not off the Cam Ward train. I'm with you there, but I am off the Callahan train because this guy has everything you look for in a professional quarterback. He has the work ethic. He has the humility. He has the ability to learn. He has the strive to do better. He has every intangible thing you can ask for in a quarterback. Can you bring the best out of him? And if you can't, maybe we need to look elsewhere.
It's a valid point.
I agree.
Yeah, good
Final
luck.
thoughts. Final thoughts.
Are
Anybody?
you guys mad that you didn't get Aaron Rodgers?
Oh,
A
man.
little bit. I am
No.
a little bit.
We do not want
Not
Aaron
even a
Rodgers.
little.
No.
No, I hate Aaron Rodgers, dude. Oh,
Aaron
my
Rodgers-
God.
Aaron Rodgers-
I probably wouldn't have went to any training camp.
Aaron
Yeah.
Rodgers, I'm telling you, he's not done, boys.
You who
Aaron
retired
Rodgers
the
is going to
master.
make a push. Aaron Rodgers is going to make a push.
Aaron
A push
Rodgers
to-
is
a push
doing
to
the
his
exact
couch.
same thing that
He's gonna make
Favre
a push
did.
to his couch.
I don't know, man.
He's gonna end up the next Brett Favre,
Well, Brett
Well,
Favre
following
at
the
least
same
got
footsteps.
Minnesota to the NFC championship, and then threw a stupid pass over the middle.
They're not going to get past the Ravens, so I'm not worried about.
I don't know. In the regular season or in the playoffs? Because if we're in the
Either
playoffs,
one.
anybody
It
can get
doesn't
past the
matter.
Ravens.
The Ravens are far and above
The Ravens
the
are
best team in that division.
they're a regular season team. They're not a playoff team.
Exactly. Anybody can get past the Ravens in the
Ooh.
playoffs. Anybody.
Ooh, that
We'll
was a
see.
And just
burn.
as a
Hey.
reminder, the Kansas City Chiefs will not be making the playoffs this year. So
Ooh.
make sure
I
you-
have a feeling that Mike Tomlin won't be the Steelers coach after this year.
Ooh, that's
I
actually a
don't-
pretty
I don't-
decent.
I mean, they've only.
I
had
mean,
three
if they don't go to the
in 45
playoffs
years,
again,
so
Gone.
He
Do you
needs
really give him another shot?
he
What
needs a
has it been
divisional
now?
win.
What, 10 years? They haven't been in the playoffs?
It's been a minute. I
no,
don't
they
know.
haven't
if
won a
it's been-
playoff game in 7 years.
I don't know.
8 years.
Correct.
They've made
How-
the playoff. They just haven't won a game.
How crazy is it? How crazy is it that you have a coach who has never had a losing regular season and has also never won a playoff game? Like, how mind blowing is that? Like that just doesn't make sense to me. But I think they need a divisional win for Tomlin to keep his job. That's the
there-
cutoff. They have to
Yeah.
have a divisional playoff win, and then
I
he
They
Yeah,
got to
keeps his
make the playoffs or he's out.
Yeah, they didn't do any. They didn't do themselves any favor by getting rid of Pickens either.
Mm-mm.
I don't know.
But
You
from what I
forget-
hear, he wasn't very good to work with there.
Exactly. Yeah, I think DK is a much better option
Yeah.
than what he was. I'll say that.
All right, guys.
Number
Well,
15. Look at that. He says Arrowhead 8 seed. Nope, missed the playoffs. Sorry.
all right.
Dang.
So, had a good show. I enjoyed it. I hope you guys did too.
Always.
Art.
Thank you for inviting me.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely, Scoob. Yeah, Art, tell us a little bit about yourself again for the guys that are just that weren't here earlier.
Founder of Undefeated Live. It's a sports social app where you can tweet or make sports takes, create huddles, have games, paid games. We do trivia. We're going to have a season-long NFL Pick'em tournament. The winner gets $1,000, and it's free to play. So download the app.
All right, yeah, and also follow him on Twitter and YouTube, and check out his podcast because he has a really good podcast. And Art, we really appreciate you coming back on the show, man. And we'll probably have you on again, I'm sure.
Cool. Anytime. Let me know.
All right. Well, Titans fans, we'll be back next week with our first preview show of the season because, next Saturday, it's our first preseason game. Lots to look forward to.
Oh,
so
and I forgot, Max, the Friday night for the Falcons games probably won't be no scoop, buddy. I'm going to be in Atlanta at the game.
Yeah, man.
So
We'll
I'll be at
make,
the game. And the game will be on the same time as the podcast. So
you don't want to live stream it?
I don't know if I get in trouble. I'm trying, but I might get in trouble.
Yeah, your daughter might get a little ill at you for that one. All right, man. Hey, again, we thank you guys for sticking around with us. Like, subscribe, share, blah, blah, blah. It doesn't matter where you follow us. We always want you to follow us on Twitter. But, hey, anywhere is great. Thank you again. We really appreciate you guys hanging around. We do it for free for the love of it because we just love talking about the Titans. Until next week, tighten up.
Tighten up.
Peace out.